And welcome back. This is the documentary series. We are gonna do craft as well because it is Craft Wednesday. And I have a bunch of bookmarks that I need to finish painting. And yeah. But what's interesting, and I wanted to catch you up on some stuff that I've heard. Don't worry, it was from my own husband. He sort of ratted you out in an upset way, obviously, understandably. And it's just funny. Got a lot of pot stirs going on. I want you to remember something. People will enter your life sometimes because God is testing you. And for the pot stirs, I got you where I want you. Because God wanted to see what was on your heart and how you handled some information that I am talking about on my life. This is my life, not your life. These are my life experiences, my documentaries, mine. And just FYI, I had informed Preston that I am doing these just before I got thrown the bombshell 2 days before Mother's Day. So thank you for letting him know, but he already knows. Not once did he want to ask what they're about. I told him already, so obviously he's not gonna ask. He knew. And that could have been his time to check him out for himself. And that's on him. If he wants to listen to other people, have an opinion of what they think I'm up to. And it's funny because not once have I gotten a phone call. Hey, Janny, what you up to over there? What are your videos about? You know, what's going on? Not once. But it was interesting to see you play the game of pot stirrers. I know you like to gossip. I know that's your thing. Even me trying to fit in, I got sucked into it. So I get it. It's like a bond thing, but it's super toxic. And it's the devil's game. So in these moments when you're hearing about my negative shit first, because I wanted to get that out of the way first, during all that, you decided to take it upon yourself, make up your own little opinion, and throw it out there. Rather than coming to the dragon herself. That says everything about you, not me. You realize? Okay. The point of getting the negative out, if you didn't hear it in my last video, finally, the point of all the negatives is so that I don't have to keep living there. Because for the last 5 years, it's taken me 5 years in my recovery of all of it and the betrayal. The betrayal's not just about like emotionally cheating or this. It was also the fact that my life did not matter. No one took me to a hospital. I woke up 3 days later wondering how we teleported from the water to my bed. It was a realization of my life doesn't matter. That's what hit. That's what hurts. And that's what was hard to get over. So yeah, it made me be extra hovery, protective mom, even towards my own spouse. Because he showed me that my life didn't matter. Unintentionally. It's not like, I mean, I don't know. But, you know, and I'm not trying to like make him feel worse or bad or whatever. It's not about that. That was a betrayal thing that I had to get over, that I had to overcome. And that's not just something that's easy to just get over. You don't just get over it. I wake up every day at 3 a.m. because I'm haunted by the flashbacks. And I'll probably have that for the rest of my life. So instead of dwelling on those flashbacks and the nightmares and not being able to go back to sleep, I study. Don't you think that you would be like, wow, that's really good that you turned a bad thing into a good thing and you're good, and I'm so proud that you climbed that far. No, that's not what I'm getting from you. What I'm getting from you is, did you hear about Janny? Did you hear about what she did? Are you hearing what she said? Like, oh. And that right there is God's test on what he wanted to see what your heart was all about. I'm sorry, I have a calling and it's a hard one, and some of us do get them. And I'm sorry that you don't have one. If you want one, ask God. And he'll give you one. If this was supposed to be your calling, you'd be the one back here, behind the scenes, doing what I'm doing. Or going about it in a different way. You don't know my calling. It's not up to you to know my calling. Because it's not about you. It's about me. And I generally care about your soul. So just so you know, you only have your flesh suit to repent in. And repentance doesn't count without changed behavior. So every day that you get to wake up is another day to try a little harder, to be a little better in your changed behavior. Walk the way that it would honor God. Are you walking honorably towards God and what he wanted you to do? Did he want you to be false witnesses and make up your own little story over someone you don't know because you didn't want to get to know, but you act like you know, but you don't really know? That's pretty effed up. Might want to think about that. So, to set the record straight, my channel is a bunch of things here, but it's everything that surrounds wellness, health and wellness. That includes our fitness. So we do Monday Workout Madness, and I have a bunch of workouts. The main ones and the best ones that you'll ever do are the bedroom workouts, the full body, and the core. And it does come with a clean eating instruction, and I take you in a 3-month guide with the diet plan so that we ease into clean eating. It's not just a jump into it, because usually when that happens and you jump into it, you're gonna fail right away. You're gonna go back and revert. And I know because I've done it, I've been there, did that. I even have some before and after photos. If you go towards the very beginning of all my videos, I know it's a dive, but they're there, and we do all kinds of different workouts. They're free for you. I'm just showing you that you can do any kind of workout in the space of your own room. You don't actually have to go to a gym to do this. We use 2 10-pound weights and 1 stretch band. Sometimes I have sock workouts, there's ball workouts, there's all kinds of workouts, guys. Seriously, get on it. If you're bored and just need something, you don't want to go to the gym, I'll show you all that stuff. It's pretty awesome. Health and wellness is also about our spirit. So we do talk about God here. And we talk about our life experiences, which also help us on our spirit journey, okay? Because we are spirits having a human experience. And we also talk about mental health. And you're literally in my recovery. This whole time you have been in my recovery. This YouTube channel was a good distractant, and it gave me something to do. I'm an artist and I like to do art, and that also helped in my recovery. So if that helps other people, then I like them to join and follow along and do art things, or maybe they just want to watch for a second and then they have an idea of something that they want to create or redo that they seen that me do, you know what I mean? But art is really good for getting into a different space in our head instead of staying somewhere dark. And then Food Friday, but a lot of recipes, you can find that anywhere, but I do give you some, and I'll probably just turn that into Fun Fridays where we just dork around, do whatever. But everything is all connected in how I do it in my channel. But that's what my channel is about. And I'm sharing my life stories because There's growth in humility. What does that mean? Spiritually, there's growth in humility. I don't care. I can talk about my whole life, and it might be humiliating to you and be all like, why would you talk about your life? Like, well, because God's working with me on something, and he and I know what we're doing. It's not really up to you to know what we're doing. It's not. Just follow along and stay tuned and watch what happens. It's interesting and it's kind of cool. So it doesn't matter to me. I really don't give a fuck. I don't. Getting through my recovery was really hard because I got to a point where it was like one thing after another. And I stayed stuck there. Literally, you guys, 5 years, been stuck in it, and the resentment, the anger, the bitterness, the hate, and literally not knowing how to get rid of it. Trying literally everything, meditating, changing things in my diet. I study Ayurvedic medicine because I want to be an Ayurvedic doctor, and so like there's a lot that I've been working with that, and a lot of that has to do with working with God and doing Bible study and just a lot, and I still couldn't get rid of it. And it was really a tough road. And I felt really alone in it. And there were times where I would question it a lot. So bad that I almost ended it myself. I wore my father's words on my sleeve. He told me once, because, you know, I have 2 kids of my own, and we talked about those stories. And he told me once that the reason why things didn't work out or don't ever work out for me with anybody else is because I'm an unlovable, worthless piece of shit. And I carried that into my marriage. And I lost myself in trying to cater to his needs and everybody else's needs, and I literally disregarded my own. And then all that other stuff happened, and you start questioning, what's the point? Literally don't feel like I belong in this world. Because I don't. This world's mean. And if my life experiences can shine a light on someone else who might feel utterly alone, then I did my job. My aunt felt utterly alone, and none of us knew. And she did take her own life. So I'm just saying, you know, man, my videos, little pot stirrers, not about you. They're not about you. Everyone struggles through everything, and we all go through it. That was the point of the very last video. Because I finally understood. And so now that the negative shit is over with, we can just talk about the good stuff. The weird stuff, funny stuff, good stuff, and those can just be time slots on the timeline. So when I go back through the timeline and other things, because there's a lot of cool genealogy stories too that I want to talk about, and then other things, just random life shit. But now those will just be timestamps, and I can be like, oh, that was like around the time of this, then you can get in your head where the timeline we're at when we're talking about it. And that's why I was going through it, because I don't want to have to go back there. I finally understand that I don't need to live that anymore. I don't need to be there, even if I still get migraines. and the nightmares, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't have to live there anymore. I can finally be done with it. And that's freaking awesome. For those of you who were part of the pot stirring, it's interesting, you know, it's interesting to know that that's what you took away from it the most is, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Rather than, you know, call me, ask me. Am I that scary to talk to? Scared to talk to me? So it's just interesting, you know, interesting observation. So, yeah, maybe you ought to start reading your scriptures a little more. Start talking to God. You don't like what I'd say, and I don't care. Talk to God about that. Pray to him, and I'll be praying for you. Try a little harder to be a little better. Let's do that. It's easy. It's really easy to be nice, actually. It's really easy to be nice. Surprisingly so. And it doesn't even cost your soul to do it. What's also awesome is my kids get to keep this forever. They don't have to just look back and try to remember mom. They don't have to just look at a photo and try to remember my voice. They'll have these videos forever of our family history, of life stuff, what I was like, who I am, all that. And they'll get to hear my voice whenever they want to. So whenever I leave this world, whenever it's my time, they'll have that forever. And that's freaking awesome. It is. It's like, literally. Because we have the technology to do so. So why not? All right, well, I want to get to those painting videos, which might not get put on until Thursday, which will be tomorrow, because it takes a minute to film those things. I'm gonna get as many done as I can. I have a whole stack. I don't know. I kind of want to do back and front this time, but we'll see. We'll see. And then I'll let you know when those are available in the store at Paint a Tree. Come on over there, Sparks, Nevada, off of Los Altos and Sparks Boulevard. It's over near World Market and Best Buy off Pyramid Highway. Yeah. Come check us out. There's a bunch of different vendors there, lots of different things. It's swimsuit season. There's a really cool bikini vendor in there as well. Go check those out. And yeah. You guys have a safe summer, have fun, and I'll see ya.